Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. So we are now entering that time of the year where if you don't have any aircon in your van, then you're going to have a bad time. And not just in a van, but even when you're at work or at night when you're trying to sleep in the heat. And if you remember this video here, Evapolar sent out their evaLIGHT Plus, which is this wee cube thing here. For not having any AC or any max fan in Dobby, this thing has massively made Dobby more cool and more habitable, especially in the summer months. And one of the main things that I loved about it was the fact you can just lift this flap open and then pour the water in, but you can obviously take this off as well, it is removable. But I think by far the biggest one was the power wattage of it. This thing only took roughly about 10 watts and I had it on all day. But one thing to note is this isn't used to basically cool a room down. In a small space like Dobby, yes, it will cool the room down, but this is more directional, so you just basically aim it at yourself and that nice breeze basically keeps you nice and cool. So it is more directional AC, but it does also purify the air and all that as well, and you do have filters and stuff like that. But it's probably the best time now to announce that Evapolar has reached out again and sent out not just one but two more different e-polar units within the same family. So let's get them out and have a look at them. So we have the evaCHILL and we also have the bigger evaSMART. So rather than do a review video on each of them, I figured I would do a comparison video against all three of them, including the one that I've had for a year, and show the subtle differences and the comparisons and the use cases, scenarios that you'd maybe use it in. And also it'll let you know which one you should buy for your own specific needs. So not only have they sent out the evaCHILL, the evaSMART, they've also sent out extra filters for both these units, and they've sent out an evaLIGHT Plus filter for the one I've already got. So that was pretty nice of them. So let's get into the lineup. So the lineup goes evaCHILL, the evaLIGHT Plus, and top of the range one, evaSMART. So let's unbox the evaCHILL first. So we do get some stickers, some wee leaflets, and I'm guessing from the last one that's like the material they use for the filter, which is pretty cool. The usual manual, get the power brick, power cable. God, it's tiny. So first impressions, it is pretty tiny. You've got your grill at the front that goes up and down. Get a wee power button up the top, get your fan at the back, and then at the back you've got the charging port there. I'm guessing this is going to be the water tank, but I can't see anywhere that you can actually take the water tank off like you can with the evaLIGHT Plus. So if you pull back and then up, you do have a nice handle to carry it. And if you see at the bottom there's like a wee latch, and if you press that up, this thing gives you access to the filter, and this can come completely off. So there is a wee spout as well, so it's not spilling everywhere, so you can aim the water better for filling it up. And then you can see we can just lift out the filter. And if we were going to be replacing it, it would be the evaCHILL cartridge E500. Features wise, it is pretty basic, but again, it's providing you some cool air. So, you know, we don't need all the bells and whistles, but let's get it turned on and see it in action. So just to show how little power these units use, I'm not even going to use a big power station. I'm going to use my AFRY Nano 100. So we still need to put water in it, but I did see the light on the top flashing, so let's just turn it on. I'm getting a wee bit of chill out of it. Unlike the other two models that I'm going to show you, the Evapolar Chill only has one button, and it doesn't really tell you the settings or anything, but it's got 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 settings of coolness. So even without water in it, it's actually pretty decent. And on the max setting, we're only pulling max 6 watts. So on the lowest setting, it's giving a wee bit of a breeze, but nothing substantial. Again, we need to put water in it. On the lowest setting, it's only taking 1 watt. So let's put water in it and see how much of a difference it makes with the water in it. Put the wee spout in, so it's a lot easier to pour in. So we can see through and see how much we're putting in. So we'll put that in just now. I will say though that this one is a lot easier to get to the filter than the evaLIGHT. Instantly feels a lot better when you put the water in it. That isn't half bad. In a small camper like this, That is pretty decent. If you hold the power button down, it will turn on the light. And one of the things that I noticed is it's only the one colour of light, whereas on the evaLIGHT Plus, as you'll see, we do have different colours to play with, but it's just the one static light. But do you know what? I'm not even fussed. Look how cool that looks. So again, the lowest setting was 1 watt and the highest was 6, which is pretty decent. If you were trying to get to sleep at night, you could just leave this down at the level that you're sleeping at and just have it as a nice wee breeze coming at you while you're trying to sleep. And again, if you're working in an office, some people like aircon, some people find it too cold, whereas you can put this on your desk. And I'm talking normally, I'm not shouting, I'm not trying to raise my voice over this, and this isn't even going at max power. I'm feeling it all the way over here, and that's not even on max setting, but it is quiet enough that you could put this on a desk at work, get a nice wee breeze without bothering your co-workers. So aye, pretty decent. So one of the main features with the evaCHILL and the other two is all three chill, purify and humidifies the air for you. Even if you didn't want to use the fan, you still could use it as a nice wee night light. Let's move on now to the one that I've had for a year, the evaLIGHT Plus. This is the evaLIGHT Plus, and again, I've had this one for about a year and it's still going solid, so it just shows the sponsors I get, I do use them within Dobby. And again, this saved me on the Wales trip, even all the other wee trips that we took as well. So the good thing as well is we can actually use the same cable. So I'm not going to do a big in-depth for this one because I have dedicated a video to it, and if you want to see it, I'll leave it up here. But the features of the evaLIGHT Plus are pretty much the same as the evaCHILL, just in the fact that it chills, purifies and humidifies the air that you're using it in. But the main difference between this one and this one is the fact that you can remove the water tank, so you've got no issues about spilling water on it, or you know, it's completely away from it. So you can take the water tank off, but you can leave it on it and just use the flap to lift up and pour water if you want. The max output draw on this one is 10 watts. You do have the LED light here, and if you notice on the evaCHILL Polar, you've got the LED light basically on both sides, whereas on the evaPolar light it's only on one side. If I take this off, we do have like a button and a radio wheel. So when you press the button, you see we do have like night mode. We can press it to dim the display. You can basically set different colours, as you can see there. It's basically full spectrum LED that you can change. We've got a timer so you can set how long to keep it on for. On the evaCHILL we've got around about 4 or 5 settings, and on the evaLIGHT Plus we can dial it up to 10 settings. And given that this one gives us 10 more watts, it is going to be a bit more powerful than the evaCHILL, but again, the evaCHILL still is pretty powerful. So I think what I'll do is I'll show you me changing the filter, because I need to change the filter on this one anyway. So if you want to change the filter for the evaLIGHT Plus, you need to press in the bottom here and then press up, and then that will lift the cartridge off like that. And then at the top, you basically just get this wee button that you pull up, and then you can take the filter out. So let's get the new one in. And then just pop the water back on, and you could just put this back in the box. As easy as that. So that's the evaLIGHT Plus, so let's move on to the evaSMART. So in the evaSMART box, same manuals, that's the unit itself. It looks like a bit of a hybrid of both of these in the shape and stuff. We do have a slide at the side, and that's going to raise the grill at the front. And again, we can remove the tank, but we can also fill it from there. With the evaSMART version, we don't have a dial like the evaLIGHT Plus, but it is all touchscreen, so let's dig into this. So there's one thing that I noticed that I was going to bring up in my cons. It's the fact that both of these use the USB mini connection, if you can see that there. For the evaSMART, it is USB-C, which is in 2026 a lot better than having to carry around mini USB-A, because not a lot of devices use that connection anymore, so it is nice that any USB-C cable is going to run this. So let's dig into a few of the features of the evaSMART. Again, like all the rest of them, it does chill, purify and humidifies the air for you. The max output of this one is 12.5 watts, so you're getting even more power. It does have an LED touchscreen display, the removable tank, if you want to remove it. But one of the key benefits that make this smart is it does integrate with smart home, and you do have app control with it as well. None of the other ones do, this one does. And for the evaSMART, when changing the filter, you lift the tank out And there is a wee flap here that you just put your nail in. Helps if you've got nails. And then you just pull that down like that. You basically pull the filter out like that. So this one is a lot easier to do than the evaLIGHT Plus with taking the full frame off it kind of thing. Get the new filter and slide it back in like that, and you'll hear a click. Faceplate back on like that. All you do is just chuck the water tank back on, and that's you ready to go. So the cartridge filters last roughly about 3 to 6 months on all the machines. So if you've got it blasting on full power, you're probably going to see that being 3 months you need to change them. However, on a lower setting it can last up to 6 months. Do you actually need the filters to make it work? Not necessarily, but it does help humidify and purify the air for you. I suffer from a lot of hay fever, pollen and all that stuff, and I never had many hay fever episodes as I normally have because I was using that in the van. So with the evaSMART, again, we do have this nice touchscreen, and you just press on. You can see it activates the LED light and brings on this nice display. We do have the degrees of what the van is, so if I pull up my thermometer, you can see 20 degrees, and we've got 20 degrees on the unit. And all we've got is an arrow going up and an arrow going down, on off button and a tick, which I'm guessing is a menu. So if we click that, and on the side we've got night mode, brightness, colour selector for the LED tank. So if there is a colour you like, then you know exactly what number it's going to be on, so you can always get the same colour. We've also got colour playlist. We do have different options and they go all the way up to 10, and we should see the colours changing. We've got timer, we've got Wi-Fi, and one of the cool features of the evaSMART is at the bottom, as you can see, we've got this wee indicator, and that's actually for the cartridge lifespan. So on this unit, we can actually see when we need to change the filter, and then to turn it on, all you do is just hit up or down. So let's just crank it all the way up. I don't know if the mic's picking it up, but it is a wee bit louder than the evaLIGHT Plus. So this is the app, and as most of you know, I don't like putting my information in just to be able to run an aircon unit or a fridge or anything like that. It should be able to run with the app without you needing to sign your life away. So once you're in, you'll get a home screen like this. So we'll press up the top right. So I do know that ours has that graphic, so we're the Model 3. I don't like it when devices like this want to connect to your Wi-Fi. If this has got an app for the phone, then why isn't it Bluetooth? For me, when companies start introducing apps, it should just be a simple Bluetooth connection, pair it to your phone, and it's done. Bluetti do it, All Powers do it, Alpicool do it with their fridges. There's no reason why you need to set up an account. There's no reason why this shouldn't have Bluetooth as well as Wi-Fi. To be honest, I don't even see why it's got Wi-Fi. This doesn't cool a room down, it only cools you down, so it's only within a 3 metre radius, so you're not going to turn this on in a part of the house and expect that room to be cooled down. So I feel instead of having Wi-Fi, it should have had Bluetooth. Rather than do pros and cons for each one of them, I think we'll just do them all together and say them how they come to me. One of the main pros for me across the board is power consumption. The highest only draws 12.5. This one only takes 10 and this one's 7.5 watts. You can literally leave these on all day regardless of what power unit you're using. This is just a tiny wee power station, so you don't even need to plug it into your main power source. They literally take no power to work. Another pro is all three have amazing cooling. I was expecting the evaCHILL to be a bit meh, but it stood up with every single one of them. Another pro for me, which is only on one of them, is this handle. That is so nice, making it a lot easier to carry it, making it a really good option if, again, you need to take it from room to room or if you take it to work and stuff like that. And another pro for me is how easy it is to change the filter on the evaCHILL. On the evaSMART, you just take the water tank out, pull the flap down, pull it out, whereas on the Evapolar Light Plus, you basically have to take the full thing apart to get to it. And one of my massive pros is the touchscreen on the evaSMART. After using this touchscreen, it's hard to go back. What about the cons? I think one of my main cons is I wish this handle was across the board. Even with water in it, you can still carry it. So I wish that these two had handles as well. One of the cons is with the evaLIGHT Plus. It's quite a hassle to take the filter out because you need to take the removable tank off, then you need to take the full casing off. It's just a bit of a faff, whereas this, it's just this wee bit here, take it off, here, take that off, take a wee plate, and it's done. It's not a big thing, whereas this, I found it a bit more fiddly. Another con for me as well is the evaCHILL not having a removable tank. You're taking the risk of, if you're not paying attention, pouring water over the unit. I mean, you just need to be careful, but it would have been nice if you could remove the tank somehow, but I don't see how you could do it in this integrated unit. And I think my last con is the fact that these two don't have USB-C, it's USB-A mini. If you're in a van, it's just another cable that you need to remember to bring, whereas my phone uses USB-C, my iPad uses USB-C. It would have been nice if it was across the board. I had to come back in and do this con because I just remembered it, but the last con that I've got is for the evaSMART, and that is with app control. I don't get why it's only got Wi-Fi and not Bluetooth, considering the radius that you're going to be using it in. Evapolar even say on their website this isn't designed to cool a room down, so I don't get why the fascination of being able to turn it on and off in the house when it only really makes a difference if you're sitting in front of it. So what's my pick and which one do I recommend? If I'm going to be truly honest, this must be the first comparison video where I can't pick a winner. It's probably going to come down to what features you value more. I've used evaLIGHT for the past year and more than happy with it. With the evaCHILL, again, I love this small form factor. I'm loving the handle, the power output, the simplicity. I don't need a ton of LED lights. The evaSMART feels a lot more premium given that touchscreen and how much power output it does give. So for me, all three of them are a winner. If you were to choose any one of these, you would still be happy. So guys, if you want to go and pick one of these up, I'll leave a link in the description and in the comments. And Evapolar have kindly given me another discount code here. So if you go and pick any one of these up, you get a nice wee discount on your order. So guys, if you did go and enjoy the episode, why not drop it a wee like and let me know in the comments. Let me know what you think of these. And if you haven't already, why not get subscribed and hit that bell notification so you're always notified when I drop a new video. Again, I love bringing these products to the channel to show you guys what's possible in a micro camper or your camper van or even a motorhome, that you don't need to go out and buy big expensive max fans or use electric fans because it will just kill the power. You've basically got things like this that take little to no power that blast out so much cooling, it's amazing. So that's going to do it for this video guys. Until the next one, peace.